Good evening, I'm Jason Vio. Today, Sandra officially announced that she's running for the Liberal nomination in the federal riding of Windsor West. She says it was almost like yesterday when she was first introduced to Windsor as the provincial nominee. Now she's trying to get back into the political arena.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm running to be your Liberal candidate for Windsor West in this federal election.
And the CBC's Del Molnar is live at the Fogelar Furland where Pupatello held her announcement there just a little over an hour ago. Dale, why did she choose to run now?
Well, Jason, it sounds like the warrior princess is back. It sounds like she says she's needed in this political arena right now. I'm standing right on the spot where she made the announcement. There was at least 200 people in here about an hour and a half ago. Former MPP Bill Rye was here. Former MPP Remo Mancini was here. And she even said Herb Gray was here in spirit. Now, she also had some pretty interesting words about Prime Minister Trudeau and how much support she has for him, and I'll get to that in a moment. I did do an interview with her after the announcement, and I asked her why she's running, why now, why in Windsor West, and she said it's, she did have to do a couple of months worth of soul searching on this, and she had to make sure her business was okay. Here's what she had to say.
Well, now is a really good time. When I look at what I've been doing in the private sector and realize that at that same time, I need to jump off the sidelines and get back in there because Windsor needs a strong voice. And I can see that over these last few years, that's dwindled. People have told me that they don't feel like they've got someone in their corner fighting for them. And I want to be that person. Taking a big step back in, it is a big decision. And I would not do it lightly. It's probably the toughest campaign I'll ever have. But I've got to count on the people of Windsor West who were there for me before, and together with their support, we landed all kinds of things that Windsor needed. And I'm excited about that prospect. Different level of government, they do different things for people, but Windsor people need to know they've got someone in their corner. And I'm going to hope that that's me.
Why did you choose Windsor West against Brian Massey? He's been in there for a long time. He's a tough incumbent to beat.
I know that this is a challenge. I can honestly say that there isn't another riding that would ever be a fit. I've lived here my whole life. I represented this riding for 16 years. I'm going to ask people, I'm going to say, here's my list of my 16. And just compare me on my past behavior and then make that decision. Know what you're going to get in the future based on the history that I've already had right here in Windsor West.
Won't the SNC-Lavalin affair be a big hindrance to you in this campaign?
I understand the origins of it. I totally understand that it's about jobs. And it is literally the size of several assembly plants in terms of impact on Canada. So sure, we probably don't get everything right, but I can tell you, I want to know that I'm backing the guy that does it for jobs and the economy. Are we going to learn from that experience? All of us will. But I can tell you, if that was Chrysler and something was going on with that Chrysler Canada, I would be in there like a dirty shirt trying to figure out how to save jobs. We just have to know that you learn as you go. And again, I have to say, you can't compare us to the almighty. You've got to compare us to the alternative.
And I did press her on it, but she had no. She said that Mr. Trudeau has nothing to apologize for with regard to that, and I'm sure we're going to be hearing a lot more about that issue through this campaign. But first, she has to clinch the nomination. There is a nomination meeting coming up later this month before September, and she is facing two other challengers, Zhao Dali and Melinda Monroe. And I spoke with Melinda Monroe yesterday to see if she would have a comment about this, and she declined to say anything about the warrior princess throwing her shield and her sword back into the ring. Jason?
And Dale, as political watchers say, if she does get that nomination, it definitely will be the race perhaps to watch. Exciting nonetheless. Thanks so much, Dale.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jason.